So as we know, I'm a big video guy, and what is there? There's no 3 up, 3 down session without any video. So I want to go ahead and share my screen. Many of you guys, as we talked about here, really kind of focused on the fanatical concentration and proper use of eyes that you guys felt like you improved on this season, and you also obviously saw it play out by the Little League World Series guys who we'll have on next season. I'm sorry, yeah, next week for the next 3 weeks here as well too. And we're excited to have them on. What we did was we kind of put together a little bit of a highlight video, and I just want to share a little bit of that highlight video to kind of focus on those things that we definitely have talked about here tonight, and that is that fanatical concentration, that proper use of eyes. So I'll go ahead and get ready to play this one here. There were 2 quotations that we used throughout 2021. Build habits by taking advantage of the easy plays. Got that one from our good friend Brian DeBrouwer from United Umpires and an NCAA umpire. And then the last one then from a Denison grad, had to throw that in there too. And that's that we don't rise to the level of our goals, but rather we fall to the level of our habits. And I think so many of us did a really good job of mindfully trying to improve our habits that made us more aware of things that we were doing well on the diamond, and then even in things that we need to improve upon too. So I think these 2 habits really encompass hopefully the 2021 season that we had, and then moving into the fall of 2021, and then again in 2022. I don't think we can lose sight of these things. So let's take a look here at a fanatical concentration and proper use of eyes as demonstrated by the guys working the World Series here. You'll see our 2021 focal points, and again, just want to spend time with numbers 1 and 2 here very quickly before we go ahead and break it out for the night. First one was build habits by taking advantage of the routine plays. That was one of our major focal points. Real easy one for us to see here. This is a chopper down the third base line, and our umpire here is Chris Rutz out of the West, and he just very easily gets on the line in a very innocuous play. This ball is obviously foul, but again, a great looking mechanic, a great fundamental here for him to be on the line and then go ahead and get this one fair foul. Here's one that travels down the line. Brian Henry from the Southeast is our first base umpire here that goes ahead and gets this one out. You see he too is on the line. He's set and ready for this one. He's not moving as this play happens. And again, these are really easy routine plays, but again, these are the habits that are going to make some of those more difficult plays or the ones that are a little bit more challenging, and it's going to make us look better. And here we've got one that's a little bit more, quicker to happen. You got a diving fielder here too, potential catch, no catch, and fair foul. Jason Kelly's our third base umpire there. He, as the other 2 umpires, is on the line, obviously right here, and we get a great mechanic out of him for fair, and then, signaling no catch. So just a great example there of how building those easy fundamentals, those easy habits, inevitably is what we revert back to when the chips are on the table. And we can't revert back to those habits unless we take advantage of the routine plays. And something as very simple as being on the line for fair foul definitely is something to put into your back pocket there. Another example here of taking advantage of some routine plays on some seemingly innocuous plays, if you will, or routine ones. It's just a ground ball back to the pitcher, right? Brian Henry's the plate umpire, does a really good job again of clearing the catcher, pounces out, gets it on and up. But one thing that I think many umpires don't do well enough, or don't do as mindfully as possible, is working to get your angle distance here at first base. And Mike Debelak from the West is our first base umpire here. And you can see this very easy ground ball. We still see the same great fundamentals. Brian's busting out from behind the plate. We get a very good 90-degree angle there from Mike Debelak, our first base umpire. You see his 90-degree angle there. And then not only does he demonstrate the 90-degree angle for angle distance here as U1, but you can also see his timing and his use of eyes comes about too, because he hasn't yet signaled his call. I'll rewind it back a little bit here for us. Take a look here at what he does with his eyes. He waits for that ball right there in a freeze frame for that fielder to show and demonstrate firm and secure possession before he even goes and makes his signal. And that's a great fundamental to have, because you never know when you're going to have to revert back to that fundamental here in the future. Another really good look at this one. Talk about getting our 90-degree angle. This one's in what we call the imaginary box. So if you remember, U1's 90-degree angle is a little bit closer to that baseline between first and second base. Ricky Hall out of the East is our first base umpire here, and he does a great job of getting as far as the play allows him to on a really, really close whacker here at first base. And he does a great job of getting that 90-degree angle. Again, something that we may take for granted in very routine plays, but if we're mindfully working to that, when we get something as close as this, like, we look really, really good. And this play eventually got reviewed. Take a look at this replay angle. If we don't get our 90-degree angle here, if Ricky doesn't get his 90-degree angle, he's seeing this one basically from the backside. He doesn't get an opportunity to see the ball into the glove and the runner hitting the base. And Mike Devilax, our plate umpire, and again, right on the line, he's busted out. He's on the line for fair foul. But again, really good job here of our angle distance from U1, so that he's able to see the ball into the glove and not looking at this from behind. Has a total look then at ball into the glove as well as foot on the base. So a really good job there to work to get his 90. Here's his replay. This one, like I said, was challenged. First base coach from Ohio thought he got it wrong. Replay said, this was as close as it got to us. And Ricky did a great job there. And I think one of the reasons why he was able to get that call right was obviously not only sound, but, in working in stadiums or areas where we may not have sound, working to get that 90 is so important so that we see all factors of the play there unfold. Another great job here by another U1 and working to get that 90-degree angle. It's Darren Beeschek from Connecticut from the east. He reads this one through. You saw him start to go ahead and drift into fair territory there because he initially saw that one potentially to go ahead and be fielded. It gets through the first baseman, and now we potentially have a 9-3 put out. He moves to point of base, as we talk about in our 4-umpire manual. Watch his eyes here, okay? His eyes go right back to the baseball. He knows where it's coming from. He gets set for his play, done a great job at finding his 90. So, again, as we continue to work as U1, those fundamentals, my point being here that, take advantage of the routine plays because you never know when working mindfully to get that 90-degree angle on a routine ball to the pitcher, as Mike Devilax showed us, inevitably allows us to make our money like it did Ricky Hall and like it does Darren Beeschek right here for this one as well. So just a fantastic job there all around.